I was always the kid in class who did the drawing, and never thought twice about it. I mean, you know, you have, everybody sort of fills roles in schools, and I was that guy. I did other things too, but when it came time, you know, when it came time to make the posters, when it came time to draw the illegal picture of the principal of the school, or to make fun of something else inappropriately, I was always the one to be able to add the pictures to that. My name is Marc Murphy, and this is my art story. I practiced a lot. I wonder if we're not losing a lot of artists and musicians and people like that nowadays, because kids never have to be bored. So maybe one of the ways to answer your question is I was bored a lot. I don't think I was bored any more than anybody else in my generation, certainly not more than the people in the generation before me. But, you know, there were 3 TV stations, and there wasn't anything we wanted to watch during the summer on any of those 3 TV stations, right? There was no ESPN, there was no MTV, there were no video games. Now I feel like I'm telling you to get off my lawn and I'm 115 years old, but you know what I mean. And so there came a point in time when you were finished playing baseball or basketball or throwing stuff at the neighborhood people. I mean, you know, the really rudimentary, dumb things you do when you're a kid. You finally sit down in your room and hopefully somebody in your neighborhood's got air conditioning or a nice fan, and you think, what do we do next? And I would draw. And there's been a lot of people who've said, that's really weird because lawyers use this side of their brain and artists use the other side of their brain. And I think that's true in some fields, but I'm a trial lawyer, and I have to, all trial lawyers should, develop a skill at painting pictures with words, and most importantly, drawing analogies. When you're talking to a jury, you draw analogies and use metaphors and try to paint pictures with words. So the process is the same. When I'm thinking about a cartoon, I could just say, what's an example? Poverty is horrible. Don't we all agree poverty is horrible? Well, that's not interesting or effective, and it's not saying anything that anybody doesn't know. But if I can draw an effective analogy, if I can draw a picture that makes people think of an image and all the things that they associate with that image or that symbol, and then tie it somehow to what the point I'm really trying to make, it's more effective. I had a psychiatrist one time come up to me after a talk that I gave when I made that point, and they said, this is just the way humans are built, psychologically or whatever, that our brains were originally made to perceive images and to react to images, I guess, so that we could run away from saber-toothed tigers, you know, and perceive danger. Whereas we had to develop the idea to read and then form pictures in our mind from those images. And so it explains in a scientific way why the pictures matter.